Former HUD Secretary Dr. Ben Carson joins us now. Dr. Carson, thanks for being with us tonight. It would seem to me that, first of all, as we mentioned, by the promises made by the Democratic Party and the reasons that Kamala Harris found herself on the ticket, there's no way to sidestep her should Joe Biden sidestep the presidency. It would have to be Kamala Harris.
Well, there's no question, Will, that it will be difficult. But what we have to recognize is that it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Kamala or one of the governors that was there or many of the other names that have been mentioned. They all believe the same things that Joe Biden believed. The difference is that they may have some degree of competence. But the thing that the American people are railing against are these policies. And if we have somebody who doesn't understand the importance of having a secure border, who doesn't understand our position of leadership on the world stage, who doesn't understand how to use our energy resources in an appropriate way to alleviate the financial burdens of the American people, who doesn't understand how to deal with crime, you know, it's the same situation. We just don't have somebody who's mentally incompetent. And, you know, this whole question of Joe Biden and the debate being an aberration, you know, an aberration is something that doesn't occur on a normal basis. We see it happening all the time with Joe Biden, so it's not really an aberration with him.
That's exactly.
And it puts all of us at risk. You never know when something bad is going to happen, and there's a likelihood because of all the terrorists that are in our country.
I was going to say, that's exactly what Senator J.D. Vance is saying. He put out the following post on X. He said Democrat Party elites and their media mouthpieces are now obsessed with replacing Biden on the ballot. But if he's unfit to run for president, he certainly isn't fit to be the president. If he doesn't run again, he needs to resign as commander-in-chief. How much, though, do we increase the competency, Dr. Carson, if we move to Kamala Harris? I mean, she's certainly at the top of her game. Joe Biden is not at the top of his game. But I wonder what the ceiling is with her, even at the top of her game when it comes to competency.
Well, the thing that worries me most about her is wherever she goes, her staff people leave. And she doesn't seem to be able to inspire people, and she seems to be somewhat mean. That's not what we need. Right now, our country is in dire need of someone who can help bring people together. Some of the things that you saw with President Trump recently and some of those rallies in New York, in New Jersey, bringing people from all different backgrounds together. This is what we need, not someone who irritates and destroys relationships. So that's just as serious as the fact that she may not be particularly competent, as was demonstrated by the fact that she certainly did not do a good job as the czar for the border.
Right. One last question about Kamala Harris. Any of that criticism that you just offered, whether or not it's been about her handling of the border or her competency, has been met with the shield of, well, that's either sexist or that's racist. It seems to me that carried a lot of weight, maybe some 4 or 5 years ago in America. I just wonder what you think the appetite is in America today to be protected from criticism by playing the race card.
Well, the race card has been effective in the past, but I think people are getting a little tired of it, sort of like the boy who cried wolf too often. And, you know, we can see on both sides the proliferation of black influence, on both the Democrat side and the Republican side. So there's really not as much of an argument as there used to be.
We'll soon find out if that takes center stage, if she takes center stage, Kamala Harris. Dr. Ben Carson, thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Will.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.